Jeremiah 23:29. That's why you can understand through the precepts, because I can set some fire right now. We can burn fire right now. That's fire right there, right? So you see the fire burning, but it's symbolic to what it's talking about here. Read that.
Psalm chapter 104, verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits.
He maketh his angels spirits. So the angel is a spirit. A spirit is an angel. Read.
His ministers, a flaming fire.
So his ministers, which bring forth, a minister does what? Brings forth the word of the Most High. A flaming fire. His ministers bring in the fire, which is what? Jeremiah 23:29.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 29. Is not my word like as a fire?
So the Most High's word is that fire. You see? His word is that fire. Is not my word like as a fire? Because it can cut you all the way to the marrow of the bone. That's what fire can do. Burn you up.
Cremation.
Cremation, right? He is a consuming fire, it says. So, but you got to understand, he says, it's not my word like as a fire. So that's what you see in here, the angel speaking to a Mashiach Yahushua, through a Mashiach Yahushua, through the Spirit to Moses. Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, and the Spirit to Moses. And remember our Mashiach Yahushua, what is he right here in Deuteronomy 32 and 39? He's an angel. He's a spirit. We went to Genesis. We just in the next chapter, next few chapters over. Deuteronomy. We just went over about 4 more chapters, you know what I mean? 4 more, chapters. The Deuteronomy. Where's Mashiach Yahushua? That's what people not really understanding. They're not bringing him here. He said, we just read it. Oh, I come in the volume of the book, it's written of Mashiach Yahushua, it says. So if you don't put him here, he's not here. But he's here. I mean, it's amazing to me how you can go through the scripture and say, well, he led us in a cloud by day in the wilderness. Where we at now, Deuteronomy? In the wilderness. We're in the wilderness. But Mashiach Yahushua led us in a cloud by day. Right? We move in that cloud move, that chariot move, and a fiery chariot at night for the light. And we move, if it stays still, we stay still. If he moved, then we move. With the power of the Most High, through a Mashiach Yahushua. You see? But then when it comes to this, where is he at? Oh, he's not there. He's not there. When he said, Lord, I come in the volume of the book, he's right here. Bringing the message for the Most High. Read on. Verse 39 again. Deuteronomy 32:39.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive.
Moses said, I kill and make alive. Read.
I
wound, read.
And I heal.
Moses said, he's the one that wound you, he's the one that will heal you. Moses is the one that killed, he's the one that make alive when babies born in the earth. You die on the operating table, they bring you back. The Most High brought you back. Because they can do whatever they want to do. Some people never make it, but the same thing that they do to someone that didn't make it, the same thing they do to someone else, they come back. Right. They're there because the Most High say, hey, it ain't your time. Everybody's days are numbered. No matter what you go through, you're going to go through what you got to go through. But when he says, hey, he pulled that spirit, that's what he said. I kill and I make alive. He said, I wound and I heal. Just got to believe. Got to have faith. Verse, read on.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So nobody can deliver you out of his hand. Give me Deuteronomy 28 chapter.
Say again.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See, all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you if you don't follow my commandments and my statutes. That's what he said. Now let's get one. Let's go to verse 35.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 35. The Most High shall smite thee in the knees.
Most High said he's going to smite you in the knees, read.
And in the
And
legs.
in your legs, read.
With a sore blotch that cannot be healed.
A sore blotch which cannot be healed, read.
From the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head.
From the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. Look at 60 and 61. Let's look at, before you go, give me, read verse 50. Start at 58.
Deuteronomy?
We're still in 28.
Oh, okay. 50?
It says 58.
28. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear his glorious and fearful name.
This glorious
and fearful name. Yahweh thy power. Then the Most High will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues.
It's clear. He said, if you don't observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear, be afraid, be scared, this glorious and fearful name, the Most High thy power, then the Most High will make thy plagues wonderful, he said. So think about what we up against with our people telling us that they don't have to follow the Most High. They say it boldly. We don't have to follow the Most High, but you don't hear because you just hear what they say. We're not under the law. We in the mercy and grace. So what do they say? Whose laws are they? The Most High. He took all the time and labor to give us these laws, and you have those that live today who call themselves quote unquote Christians, right? That say we're not under the law. So what do they say with their pagan butts? That's all they is, pagan. They atheists. They don't believe in the Most High. I mean, if you saying you have to follow him, I mean, everybody gonna follow him. Every nation gonna bow down before the Most High, point blank. When you all know, no, before that, we come back and destroy all these nations that don't want to bow down to the Most High. Waha Mashiach Yahushua. That's what he's sending them back to do. He put all his enemies on his footstool. You see? And they all want to follow. What you think they're going to follow? They think they're going to do whatever they're doing now? They're being wickedness. He's going to make them follow him. You're either going to do it now, you're going to do it later, or you're going to be burnt in the lake of fire. Point blank. Nations that don't want to follow under him, he said them nations going to perish. Yeah, they should be utterly wasted. Point blank. He didn't say people, he said nations. So all you nations that don't want to bow down, including 2/3 of Israel. This ain't no popularity thing, this ain't no individual thing, this is about nation, nationality. Point blank. Either you're gonna follow this, it's simple to me, either you do what he said. If thou wilt not observe and do all the words of this law that are written in this thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name. The Most High thy power, your power, Israel. Then the Most High will make thy plagues. He's going to make your plagues wonderful. And the plagues of thy seed, of your children, even great plagues, and of long continuance. That means they're going to last a long time. And sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Come on. You got to see the Most High. The Most High speak once, yea, twice, man receive it not. He said one thing in that one scripture twice. Long continuance. How you going to break that chain? You're going to break that chain by coming back to follow the laws of the Most High. No matter what has happened in our families, whatever. We got to be the difference. We got to make the difference. We got to be the difference so that this long continuance of these plagues that's upon our seed, because it can go right down to your seed. You're looking at, wow, they all right now. But then, bam, here come these plagues upon them. Because you're not doing what's right. He said it. He not a man he should lie. Verse 6.
Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of.
See? He said not only that, so I'm going to bring all these diseases that I put upon the Egyptians, that you see during the time you was in Egypt. And we was afraid of that. You know, we scared. Oh, look at them, look what's happening to them. And he didn't touch us. But he touched them. He let us know, I'm going to bring all these diseases on you. Read.
Also, every sickness.
No, the last part.
And they shall cleave unto thee.
And they going to cleave to you. Why you wonder why we dealing with all these different things that people are going through, because we didn't follow the Most High. And we know for a fact, most of our parents didn't. They ain't know the Most High. Like some of you don't know the Most High. To know what he's saying here. Oh, but the church will tell you, run to Jesus. We're going to run to Jesus. Got something for you for that too. John 10 and 30. I'm going to run to Jesus. He'll save me. Now read verse 61 first. Then go to John 10:30.
10:30?
No.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28 and 61.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Most High bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
He said, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law that you can't read about in the Bible. Because the Bible is a book of laws. Yeah. You know, law is what? You follow what I say do. Rules and regulations. Then will the Most High bring upon thee until we are destroyed. He said, till you destroyed, if you don't want to follow him. So what they set you up for? They set you up for all these diseases, these plagues that come upon you. But you should already know that, because they taught us that we're not under the law. Right. So whatever method that you have been following, that's why I continually say, you have to be like a little child and learn all over again. I listen to people, everybody got this to say, that to say, that to say. Where you get that from? Oh, I got that from the church. Without even saying it, you know where it comes from. But when you go in here and you're an Israelite, and you're looking at what it is that he told us, compared to what he told them, did he tell them? Did he tell the Baptist church this? Did he tell the Catholic church this? What about the Jehovah's Witness church? Seventh-day Adventists? Surely the holiness, what? No? Church of God in Christ? So he didn't tell them this, then how are you following what it is that he didn't tell them, that they said this is the way it's supposed to go down, when you don't know, as an Israelite? See, the only way I can bring it as an Israelite, because I'm an Israelite. You know, the Spirit has come to me as an Israelite, not as no Christian, Not as no any other type of denomination, or this is what denomination, demonation. I mean, they put it in your face, but we can't take the time to listen at what's being said. Demons in nations, denominations, demon in nations. But we can't put that together because that's too much like, you got to think too hard. But you can think logically about these scriptures, but they giving you words and laughing at you all the way to the bank. Like demonocracy, democracy, the rule of the devil, demon nations, denomination. I mean, just move just like Santa, Satan clause. You know what I mean? It's like you move the letters over, you got what they giving you, because they're not creative, they're not that creative, it's just you got to think. Think about what it is that you would think what they're doing to program you, to pollute your mind. Because the Most High telling us this, and I'll get John 10:30. So you're going to run to Mashiach Yahushua. What did he say?
St. John chapter 10, verse 30. And I and my Father are one.
Read it again.
I and my Father are one.
Read it one more time.
I and my Father are one.
Yeah. Mashiach Yahushua said, hey, I and my Father are one. We agree. I'm not doing nothing that I don't see him do. I'm not saying nothing that I don't hear him say. His words are my words. His action is what I see him do. To tell me, just you do this, do it like this, that's how I'm doing it. Verse 27. See, everybody don't believe. Read.
My sheep hear my voice.
Says sheep hear his voice. Read.
And I know them, and they follow me.
So everybody's not a sheep. Everybody's not a sheep. Everybody's not a sheep. Verse 24.
Then came the Jews round about him, and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt?
So how long you gonna make us to doubt? So if you doubt, you have no what?
Faith.
Faith. You don't believe. So the Jews, same as we are, the same Israelites that's doubting right now. How long does thou make us to doubt? Read.
If thou be a Mashiach, tell us plainly.
They ain't asking about you. If you be Jesus, they ain't saying like that. They said if you are Hamashiach. It's very important. Hamashiach, the anointed, the Messiah that was promised to come, to die and shed his blood, precious blood, for the children of Israel. Read.
Hamashiach answered them, I told you.
So therefore he's telling us that he is a Mashiach. He said that. I told you I was a Mashiach. That's why it's very important. Read.
And ye believe not.
And ye believe not. Read.
The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
There it is. He said the works that I'm doing is in the name of the Most High. Representing the Most High. They bear witness of him, read.
But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you.
See? So you don't believe, you don't have faith. The reason why you don't have faith, because you don't believe. You don't believe. Therefore you don't have faith. The faith is not strong enough. That's why he said, ye are not my sheep. Because you don't have faith. And that's why I said, help to increase our unbelief. But they did it with crying. They did it with sincere crying to the Most High. To help them in their unbelief. Because this world that we're in now is worse than it was then. So yeah, we got to cry to the Most High. With tears, it said. And the spirits came out of them. Read.
And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
That's what we're looking for. You gonna tell me a Mashiach ain't important? He said his sheep hear his voice, and they follow him. He said he gives to them, the sheep that hear his voice,